Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Heart Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Ha! I'm up and running. Have to kind of relearn a few things. I've gotten used to kind of just doing things blindly, um, but here I am. Here I am. I'm back. It's been a heck of an 8 days, and not exactly sure what hit me, but oh boy, did it all hit me at once. And if this is Mercury retrograde this time around, it kicked my butt. It took names. So thank you, thank you. Hello, Chris Cassidy. Hello, Arlene. Chris, so what happened? Well, started off with just a few little issues that I was having with StreamYard, and then it was like my computer didn't recognize me anymore. Um, and hello, Anita, Jean, Debbie. Um, anyway, bottom line was uh, my system was hacked. I had to get my whole system wiped, cleaned, all that good stuff. So I have spent the last day and a half um, having to reinstall a lot of the apps that I had before. Hello, Joan. And of course, you don't always remember everything that you have until you go to use it, and then it's like, oh well, it used to be here, but now I have to go through the whole process. Anyway, I know up here in Canada we have Best Buy. I don't know. Thank you, Christine. I missed you guys. I missed you guys like crazy. So, and Rose Blue, hello, and Patricia, nice to see you. So, yeah, up here we have Best Buy. I don't know if you guys have Best Buy in the US. I cannot say enough good things about them. I ended up, oops, sorry. Um, I ended up taking my laptop down to Best Buy, um, and um, it was going to cost X number of dollars if they kind of did, what I needed them to do. So it was cheaper if I just bought a membership. It always is, right? So, but with the membership, there was a few other things that came with it, and I thought, well, I got to spend the money anyway. So, um, yes, I got the membership. They did what they had to on their end. Um, I dealt with a couple lovely people, kind of on a remote chat as they were, trying to help me set up things, here, there, and whatnot. And then the last little bit was just so confusing to me, and it kind of made me a little hesitant in terms of, like I honestly, I felt like I had lost 50 IQ points overnight. Like what I used to know how to do, like change the size of the text on my laptop, all of a sudden, like babe in the woods, no idea. So I took the computer back down to the store yesterday and had to wait my turn because it's first come, first serve. And as it turned out, I got the loveliest young man named Charles. That boy was a godsend. Um, when I explained a little bit about what had happened, um, but I was able to show him what what I needed done and what wasn't being done. And oh yeah, I totally lost my StreamYard. Couldn't access StreamYard. It kept telling me it wanted me to set up a channel, and I kept saying, you know what, I'm paying for StreamYard. I think I already have one. Anyway, he was extremely patient with me, because by yesterday afternoon I was an emotional mess, honestly and truly. So yeah, he did an excellent job. I'm actually waiting to hear from the store manager, because of course if you look them up and whatnot, you get the toll-free number, customer service and whatnot. And hey, Book, I'm back. Yes, thank you, Diane, and S. Steele. Yes, so um, I'm hey, Shelley Joe. Um, so I'm just waiting to hear back from the store manager. And if I don't hear by the end of today, then I think tomorrow I'm going to go down in person, because I really honestly think that when you get good customer service like that, it needs to be highlighted. It needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be rewarded. We're all super quick to jump when we get bad service, right? And when we get good service, we say, oh, thank you. But we say to the person, right? We don't take it that extra step. So yeah, I will be doing whatever I can to make sure that young man gets the recognition that he needs, because he was, like I said, yeah, he took me as an emotional mess, a senior citizen who all of a sudden, couldn't remember how to spell her name, and got me at least to the point that he, it kind of explained a few things and what had gone wrong and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm back. Thank you, Kim. Yes, I'm back. And hello, butterflies are free. And Teresa, nice to see all you guys in here. So I thought that I would, jump on real quick and just say thank you for hanging in there with me. Oh, thank you, Book. Thank you. I think it's really frustrating sometimes when you kind of have an unwritten obligation to people. And to me, this YouTube channel is my obligation to you guys, that, I'm putting up videos, I'm doing shows, I'm doing these things. So every time that last week when I had to miss so many shows, it just felt like such a disappointment. It just felt like, such a letdown. So just wanted to make sure that I got on here and said thank you for sticking in there with me. And I'll be doing, actually, I'll be hosting Sisters of the Mystical Tarot in about an hour and a half at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So yeah, it'll be nice to get together with the girls again. I mean, we've been texting back and forth, and they have been as supportive as they could be, without really kind of being able to kind of fix things for me. But I must say, this has been a learning experience. Now that I'm a little calmer, and now that I'm not quite so frustrated, whatever. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't remember. Anyway, never mind. I'm in a much better frame of mind. So yes, I'm looking forward to getting together with the ladies and just chatting about things and kind of going forward. So, uh, thank you again for being here, and for those of you that are saying hi, hey, and Stephanie, yes, yeah, um, and I if it's a case of um, if it's a case of needing to take a few days off, that's one thing, where I can tell folks, oh, by the way, no shows next week, I'm doing blah blah blah, whatever. It's when it's so unexpected. But so yes, and yeah, you just reminded me, Teresa. Yeah, the lessons. um the biggest one for me was know when it's time to ask for help. And I'm usually pretty good, or at least I thought I was, needing to say, okay, this is above me. I need to see you. Hey, Celtics here. Nice. Thank you. Um, but in this case, I kind of, I tried to fix it even when I realized that it was far beyond me. And I kind of got a little stubborn with that. So there was a good deal of letting go and needing to say, okay, you know what? I am not Superwoman. There are things that I need help with, and it's okay to ask for that help. It doesn't mean that I am less than I was the day before. It just means I need help, and it's okay. And that the other one that kind of got me was realizing that when we hesitate in asking for help, um, we sometimes tend to deprive others um, of their service, and that is what they are doing here. So yeah, it's learning when to reach out. So uh, yes. So communication to tech won't be so glitchy. Yes, Celtics here. Yeah, I got your note. The comment about, yeah, like I said earlier, man, this time around, yeah, that retrograde, yeah, threw me flat on my rear and took names. This one was a tough one. And so yeah, I tried to, as much as I could, I tried to post on at least what I could post from my cell phone directly to the channel, to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up about what was going on. And yeah, I'm having issues in this, that, and the other. So anyway, but it is, yeah, it is. I'm glad it's behind me, and I know that if any kind of computer issue from here on in, yeah, Best Buy is my new best friend. So, so and Rose Blue, I'm glad your dad's home. Yeah. For all of us, it was a tough one. Venus goes there. Moon and Libra at the end of the week. Review money and relationships. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Celtics here. Yeah, I remember well, one of the shows that I was supposed to do last week was with messages for light workers, and we had Michelle Marie was coming on as a special guest, and of course, yeah, I couldn't I couldn't do that. So but I was able to listen on my cell phone to some of the things that Val and Marie or Michelle were discussing, and yeah, Michelle mentioned something about my 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 moon or something anyway was in Venus, and it was like, yeah, she said, yeah, the retrograde is tough, but where my planets and everything were, and she just went poof. And that's exactly what I felt like someone threw a bomb into my comfort zone, into my thinking, into uh, my feelings about my self-worth, and it just, yeah, exploded everything. So anyway, believe me, I'm glad it's over. I'm very, very glad it's over. So next time, maybe when there's this type of a retrograde, maybe that's when I'll take the week off and say, oh yeah, no, not doing any shows. But anyway, so yes, I'll be doing Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. Tomorrow I'll be on Val's channel, as we're doing Messages for Lightworkers, episode 121. And then we'll be tomorrow at Golden Girls is at 7, I believe. Anyway, we'll be on Sherry's channel for Golden Girls Coffee Clat. So looking forward to that. And then on Friday, I'll be on the Cool Crone Oracle. So that's kind of, I'm glad that I will at least be able to make those shows. So yeah, whatever you have to do, guys, light candles, do whatnot. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, oh, I did want to show you, and I kind of played around with some of the merchandise on my merch channel, and this I've increased here. Let me show this to you. There you go. Shine your light. I have increased the size of the Shine Your Light, as well as the print and everything else. So yeah, you could. Whoops. Excuse me while I turn my back on you. So yeah, don't forget, go to the if you go to my main YouTube and click on where it's got ... more, and then you can take a look at some of the other Shine Your Light things that are on there. Besides t-shirts, sweatshirts, don't forget the lovely teddy bear. This guy is so adorable. He's just too precious for words. So yeah, I found, as much I love the original t-shirts, but I just wanted to hi Carrie. I just wanted to kind of make it a little more visible. So that's kind of what happened with that. So the Shine Your Light event this month is going to be on Saturday, April 26th. And that's going to be just a couple of days after I celebrate the 4-year anniversary of the Heart Center Tarot channel. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Yeah, I started it on April 24th, 2021. So here we are. It's been a trip. It's been a trip. So anyway, it's been wonderful. So, and thank you for most of you who have been on this journey with me for a while. Take care, everyone. You still need to roll back. Yeah, yeah. What? Yeah, tariffs. He's just making things worse. But you know what? The worse that he makes them, the closer that he gets to the end. And that's okay. That's all I care about, is let's just make it to the end. All righty. So I know that I've missed a few things, that that kind of have been going on. I have I have noticed some things, and it's really funny that how many people are starting to kind of um, the infighting is starting, and I think that's fabulous. Yeah, let them eat themselves, right? So, um, yeah, it's still a little uneasy. It's going to be a little uneasy for the next little while, but we're heading we're heading in the right direction, as painful as it might be. And this past week, maybe that was a little bit of a lesson for me as well. That there's yeah, things can get very uncomfortable. Um, it's just a matter of, are you gonna try to swim upstream, or are you just gonna go with the flow? So anyway, there is that. There is that. So um, now that I've kind of done my little explanation, and I'm glad to be back, and all that fabulous good stuff. Um, I don't want to um, I don't want to keep you guys too long, because I'll be back on at 5. But um, I do I do want you to know just how much I absolutely appreciate your support and being there. I really do. I can't say it enough. I hope that you realize I'm not just saying it. I feel it. I absolutely feel it. So, you know what? Let me take out the tarot cards, and let's just see if maybe they will give us some indication about, you know, things getting better. Hey, Peace Mama. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. And thank you, Book. I feel it. I feel it. That was kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to jump on, even if it's only for half an hour. But I just wanted to jump on and just kind of sit in that wonderful love energy, because you guys are fabulous. Okay. All right. Hello, Mary Alice. So, what's the energy right now? Look, everybody's looking out for themselves. They're starting to realize that some of the agreements um, that they've made, and where they have decided to put their loyalties is being tested, and they're thinking about um, it. They're thinking about money, but they're also thinking about the values and what it is that they hope to lose. So here we go with the Lovers, the agreements, the associations, and so on. Um, they're reviewing them, because we've also got the Nine of Swords. This is worry. This is worry about how they're going to be perceived, how they're going to be viewed. Um, I also get the Page of Pentacles, and it's just a page, but still, it starts off, with an offer, with reviewing. And I'm particularly, for some reason, I'm drawn to that peacock. And it's kind of, what is it that a peacock does? Well, it's got this beautiful tail feathers that are normally just kind of there, and then every once in a while it spreads, it opens up, and then it's like it takes your breath away. And it kind of feels like a lot of these folks are feeling like they're being exposed, like people are seeing their tail feathers. And yes, Chris, yeah, it's only the males. Isn't that interesting that, mostly in nature, the males have to be, bigger, better, more colorful and whatnot than the females. So, yeah, they are slowly being exposed. I also get the Ten of Pentacles. This is their, the kind of the ultimate of what they wanted. It makes them a little uncomfortable now that they're being called out for some of the decisions they've made. They're being called out for where their values are. Um, Hello there, Narcissus. And look, Judgment. Yeah, they know that they're facing judgment and are going to be facing judgment. That there's what they have done is going to be exposed, and where they have stood in judgment of others, they are now going to be judged, and it's worrisome. It is absolutely worrisome. Yeah, Page of Swords. The truth of things is slowly emerging, and it and at the bottom of the deck, yeah, the Eight of Wands. It's going to happen quickly, and it is happening quickly. Things that what we are witnessing is just it's getting momentum, right? It's gathering momentum. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and yeah, there's a lot of folks in the mega system that are realizing that what is happening, that they had a hand in this, and things are not going to get better for them if they simply ignore it and say, oh well, let's everybody, let's just get over it and carry on, do something else. There not only does there need to be not necessarily an explanation. Oh, George, thank you. I would love it if we can get me to 10,000 subscribers. Ooh, that would be fabulous. So they do need to take some responsibility. They do need to acknowledge that you initially maybe you fell for the story. You fell for things that happened, and it looked like maybe Felon 47 was speaking for you. So I can understand initially people saying, well, no, give the guy a chance. But then as things came out, and there were more and more questions, at some point you have to say, okay, there's ignorance, and then there's willful ignorance. When you just decide that, it doesn't matter, this is what I'm doing, and you kind of dig your heels in, really more by less having to do with being informed and more having to do with being opinionated. Yes, Magical Mermaid. Yeah, the okie doke. Yep. Will they impeach? My sense has been for the last little while that they may impeach him in absentia. He won't be there. I do see him making an exit. Now, and of course, entertainment purposes only. Never wish harm to anyone. Um, but I think he's on borrowed time. His luck has truly run out, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. He's not making a lot of sense. Did you guys hear when someone was asking him when he had the meeting with Netanyahu, and one of the reporters had asked him about the tariffs and lessening the tariffs and so on. And all of a sudden he's talking about how, well, what we need are open borders. Hello? Hello? You have run the last 10, 11, 12 years talking about, protect our borders, keep our borders safe, don't let people across our borders, blah, 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 border, border, border. Now we need open borders. Really? So, yeah, let's just do a quick health check on him. How is Felon 47's health right now? What's he dealing with right now? Well, the Two of Wands, the things that he has put out there, the messaging, the what he wants. He set that out there, and I don't think that he realizes that what you put out, you get back. So we've got the Two of Cups. Okay, challenged by strength. He thinks that this is the way to go, but really, I mean, he just doesn't understand how things work. Hey, Leah Salva, nice to see you. Thank you. So yeah, he's just parroting. He's just repeating, "Oh, tariff, tariff, tariff," without fully understanding the upside and the downside to tariffs, and that this isn't just something that you do to another country. They're going to do it back to you, and it's going to impact you. So yes, what you put out there is going to come back. The overarching energy here is we've got justice. This is not fair. What he is doing is not fair. It certainly isn't just in terms in that the information that he is sharing with people and the numbers that he puts up, and this country has treated us horribly, and this country has treated us horribly, blah blah blah. That they're false numbers. They're not real. And yes, Chris, what you do to others, you do to yourself. Absolutely. So right now he's just he's sticking to his guns, and he's just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. This is what it is. This is what it's going to be. So, health-wise, how's he doing with that? Well, he's not making any changes. He just believes that in the power of the will. He's just going to will himself to kind of be successful and get his own way. The Two of Cups, it's emotional. It's you can. He's looking to have himself surrounded by people who are simply going to agree with him, right? Whatever he says, they're going to say, "Oh, brilliant. Never, ever in the history of mankind, the universe or the galaxies, whatever, has anyone ever been as smart," right? And what he's facing is going to be the Empress. People are, he's impacting how people are living. He's impacting their their security, their sense of being able to look after themselves. And he is afraid that that is coming after him, that his hold on his followers is starting to wane, that they're measuring what he is offering against what it is that they're seeing, and they're not liking it very much. Yes, the Nine of Cups. He just continues to do what he has always done, and he just cannot see past what it is that he wants. He really is a toddler in a lot of ways. In that, I wants what I wants, right? And yeah, three of Pentacles. I think that there is talk behind the scenes where some of the people are starting to recognize that things are not working out very well, and that something needs to be done. So I think that he is very much on borrowed time, and it didn't. The cards kind of didn't answer my question. So maybe I'll just rephrase that. Apparently, I'm going to have to learn how to speak English is one of the other challenges I'm going to have this week. Okay, let me rephrase the question. Is Trump going to be in charge 6 months from now? Is Trump going to be in charge 6 months from now? Is he still going to be president? Is he going to be, able to do his grifting and whatnot? Is he still around? Hello, Heavenly Blessed, honey. Okay. 6 months from now. Oh. Okay. 8 of Wands. High Priestess. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Interesting. Not only do we have 2 6s here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that between 6 and 8 months from now, I don't know. I don't think that he's going to be around. I think that the bottom, I've got the 7 of Cups, that, kind of illusion, delusion, I think people are going to see more and more of what he has done and what it has cost them. And with the 6 of Wands, this is generally a victory card. Now, Libby at Meister Tarot, she considers that card as kind of a look at me, look at me. And in this case, I do like that interpretation, because he is nothing if not his publicity about himself. So he desperately wants to be thought of as a brilliant leader and strategist and all these things. Come on, you can't get blood out of a turnip. Entertainment purposes only. The man, as my father would say, strong, or it's smart like tractor, strong like bull. So, yeah, I don't think that between 6 and 8 months from now, yeah, he may find that things go well for him fairly quickly. Yeah. So. All right. And sorry, I missed that. The who was on Brian Tyler Cohen? Well, yeah, if you could just let me know, yeah, who was on Brian Taylor Cohen. And yeah, Midas Touch for a little while now the the number one podcast. Oh, the FBI guy who quit. Oh, interesting. Hello, Donna Marie. So, yeah, Midas Touch has taken over from Joe Rogan, and they are the number one podcast, and as it should be, because Joe Rogan, yeah, he's yeah, he is so far up Trump's what that yeah, he can see the soles of Giuliani's shoes. Hello, Edward. Yes, she's back. She's back. So, yeah, the FBI guy is going to tell us how bad it is. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's once everything really kind of starts to come out. Oh, and you've heard me say this before. It's going to be shocking when we realize who is involved and to what extent they're involved. And don't kid yourself. It is not just Republicans. It's going to be interesting to see how many of the Democrats that we thought were upstanding are going to be swept up in this, because they are, let's say, they're ill-suited for the positions that they're holding. So, and where is Giuliani? Who knows? Who knows? Hello, Don. Yeah, it's me. I'm here. Testing this out to make sure that it's working before I go live at 5 with the girls. So, okay. Now, I do need to get myself a little more organized for that show. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Whoops. But I'll just draw a few cards for, hey, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Yes, I know. Sherry is going to be on Reveal the Future. So she's going to be a little late, but yeah. Brooms, trash bins, a massive amount of sea. Oh, Teresa, believe me, there are times when I think, I don't know that there is enough sage in the world, but we'll do our best, right? We'll do our best. So, okay. For the rest of the week, how are things going to go? What's the energy like? Thank you, Dorian. Well, the King of Pentacles. It's about, learning about security, learning about, thank you, Butterfly Readings. And thank you, Jean Swick. Dorian, thank you. Yeah, people want to hang on to what it is that they have. They want to be able to, to think about their values and to put their the things that are important to them to hold it in high regard, and they're learning. They're absolutely learning, and this is what happens. You have heartbreak when you relegate responsibility of the things that you should be involved in. When you relegate that to someone else, or when you take the attitude that you know what? They're all the same. One is just like the other. It doesn't matter. My vote doesn't make any difference. Consequences or actions have consequences, and this is kind of what happens. So, Four of Cups. We're going to need to review what it is that we find important, and we're going to have to let go of the things that no longer serve us. So that's what we're doing. And the Ace of Cups. Of course, it is going to be an emotional time because, we have to review things that we are comfortable with, that we have been dealing with for a good long time. It's that tape that we, in the back of our head that we just automatically defer to, that needs to be reviewed, that needs to be listened to again. That we need to say, well, you know what, maybe that was true in the past. It's not true anymore. I have to readjust my thinking. So I think it's still going to be an interesting week. Well, hell, it's going to be an interesting number of months from now. So anyway, yes. And Mark Brisbois said, yes, the penguins are safe for 90 days. Thank goodness. Because that the penguin assembly line came to an abrupt end as soon as those tariffs were announced. Don't you just shake your head and go, what? Really? Really? But notice that he didn't say, oh, no, that was a mistake. No, they're being lifted for 90 days, just in case those penguins band together. And anyway, what can you do? Yes, chopsticks up, elbows up. And yes, we are living in interesting times. So, all right, you guys, thank you again and again and again for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'd like to be able to hit over 5,500 by the 24th. I think that would be just a wonderful way to cap off the 4-year anniversary. So tell your friends, tell whether they're interested in tarot or political readings or anything else, just tell them to go subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, right? All right. So I will see you guys in about 45 minutes. And in the meantime, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I will catch you all later. Bye for now.